Hi there, neighbor. How's it going? Is Santa gonna bring you anything good for Christmas this year? Nashville and the world will never forget me. How's it? Aloha. Hang loose. Funny, I always say hang loose and then I gotta go rush through the news. So, yes, a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, and people seem to want to say good riddance 2020 and stuff that happened more so than Happy New whatever. So I just want to share with you a witch story. That's right, she came back. Oh God, I'm gonna wonder if it's gonna burst into the window or anything. Well, here it is. I'll make it quick so you don't have to puke. It's like it upsets me, so I don't want it to upset you. Well, there's little calendars upstairs, and what I do is at the end of having dinner with my mom, make sure everything's doing and clean up stuff, I mark the calendar day off because my mom's so routine. It's routine, so I don't just get into that. But before the day is concluded, for upstairs, another zone, there's little pretty pictures. You know, it's like a calendar with, like one of these calendars. There's a little birdie. Little birdies. Look, a little birdie. So you turn the page and there's a little birdie. Nicey little calendar picture. So I take the same marker, and for all the times she is on me, I put a little cross. It used to be upside down crosses, but they started to ask me questions about that. She even, a while back, I had one of these up on the wall in the kitchen, and I started doing that, and she flipped out and ripped it off the wall. So it sits on my placemat, and I do that. My mom said, "What are you doing?" So, this is December, November, October, and it goes back and back, and yeah. That's how many times I feel bad about the witch upstairs. Good riddance. Although that's not going to happen, right?
Ready for action. I need a weapon.
Yeah,
I need a weapon.
I know
Lord
you need.
Vader won't accept defeat.
No, she won't. So anyways, today is getting ready for the new year anyway. Because it's really more about out with the old and in with the new than anything, I think. So here is the newspaper headline today, because this is newspaper.
Can't be caught standing around doing nothing.
And this is where we look at the newspaper and drink a little coffee. This is today's headline. Hart named interim chief. The mayor thinks this person's good for Hart, which is Honolulu Authority.
Standing by.
Shut up. You got him going. Honolulu Authority for Rapid Transit, which would normally mean the bus. But now it's pretty much the rail. And everyone's railing about the rail, so it's like a huge thing. So this is like a huge thing, but I couldn't care less. She's apparently a tough bird, but this is going to be the same old, same old. Today's count for the 69 cases on the daily average, 3% positivity rate, and 46 cases statewide. So not bad. We're over the giant million. Okay. Here, Bucky. Be happy. Oh boy. Over the big whatever it was. Back in the day. I keep calling Big Q back in the day. So this is the actual back in the day. 68. Blanche Pope, elementary school teacher. Learning games. This one's called Engineer. Person with the most cards wins. Yeah. It's like, got more cards than you. And, well, moving along. Speaking about the most cards, House approves of $2,000 checks. The House approves, but what about the Senate with Mitch? I don't like to spend any money on your citizens. Of all this money, you gotta go watch this other one, cryptocurrency. Of all the money, like $6 trillion, this is like in the middle of the year, $6 trillion. 4.5 of it was for the government. What, their paychecks? And 2.2 trillion was for citizens, like welfare and unemployment and, you know, like Social Security, things like for citizens, and the little stimulus checks, right? No, there was none in that one. And of the $2.2 trillion, there was only like 120 billion out of the. It's like you get 5% of what they said you were going to get. It's what? Why does the government need $4 trillion? Trillion dollars? I don't know. And then they added the recent one, another $1 trillion. And then they're like, well, $600 check. Trump comes across $2,000 last minute because I think he's grandstanding. So his name gets associated with the $2,000 check. It's probably going to go through. Because it's like about 0.1% of the trillions of dollars they're already spending. It's probably going to go through, and it's yay, $2,000, right? I'm in credit card debt. It's like, subscribe, like, and watch over here. I was trying to monetize, okay? I was trying to make, I'm good. I'm having fun with this channel. I'm going to continue it differently, but I want to make fun, you know, and learn videography and finally do this stuff. But also, yeah, a lot of ways, I don't care about these. I'm in it for the money, and I need money. Yeah, sure, I'm broke. Well, she's gonna go out of business, and I got a witch on my back and crap. So, I'm gonna be open and honest about that, and not go, I'm giving it to a charity. I'm the charity. But anyhow, $2,000 check. Trump wants to put his name on it. So it's like the Obama bill, it's the Trump check. Because Trump's going to continue on, and he's suckering all these people in, and they're giving him tons of money with a super PAC. Oh, it's just incredible. And don't forget, January, Georgia. Okay, enough of that. I just ranted. There's all my time. Who cares? Like, subscribe. Come to New York, have a good time. Come to Los Angeles, have a good time. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay. It says Biden cites obstruction by Trump. Biden cites obstruction by Trump administration. Of course, he's just more COVID-19 vaccines in the pipeline. Yay! You know why? Because hopefully they find something a little bit more doable instead of like minus 10,000 degrees Celsius. 2 vaccine hits. But not only that, they're politicized the first ones because they want to make the Trump vaccine. The politicians are trying to take credit for scientists' work. It's just crazy. And pandemic and perils. So, robotic pets can provide needed company while self-isolating during the pandemic. And then you get this lady, Margie, she's 83, and she's in Helena, Montana. I've been in Montana for years. She's in Helena. There's Margie. That's just, you know, it looks like a toy dog. It makes her look foolish with toys and everything, right?
Trooper reporting for duty. There's one set for stun.
I have people using social socialization with toys. Who it's, yeah. Oh, this big surf, North Shore, 28 feet. That's like killer waves, literally. If you don't know what you're doing, stay out of the ocean. People are like, I'm a big wave surfer, and they die.
Here they come again.
Meanwhile, there's tons of actually pro-level surfers, and they're all out there. It's like crowded with pro-level surfers. It's jealousy. I don't know. That was more snorkeling. Oh, the political cartoon. Of course I'm flying. I went to see my family. COVID-19. I went to see my family also. Oh, the frontline worker, like the nurse, can't see her family. See, these political cartoons are getting more social commentary.
Trooper standing by.
Well, that's not very funny. What else we got here going on? Virus is spreading all over the Pope. Pope strips Vatican office of its financial assets. What? That's pretty funny. Throws to strip the financial most powerful office of its significant financial assets. Woohoo! See, Pope Francis is badass. He's cool. Okay, here's Sudoku, over the shoulder, boulder holder. And over here we have states see 38% increase in hospital patients. Because of it, it was like 3% positivity rate, triple digits, and now they're like in the hospital. And so they're in the hospital. I don't understand why people are in the hospital, because they're just calling it a pandemic when it wasn't. Big Q. Not back in the day, Big Q. Question is, what's the question? God, me and my creative lighting. Gosh. Have you curtailed your visits to local restaurants because of the pandemic? 7%. No. 21%. Yes. I stopped going entirely. Where's mine? I never go. 47%. Yes, but I only get takeout. 25%. Yes, but I dine in sometimes. Then I have my category. I don't get restaurants. Not normally. I'm going out to a restaurant. Oh, E-Gate pans Hawaiian Homeland casino plans. Department of Hawaiian Homelands recently suggested it gave the conventions limited casino gambling in the legislative packet coming up January 20th. But now appears it isn't going to happen. Governor says the benefits of a casino would not exceed the social cost of gambling, he added. It does not provide economic value to our community. I guess the politicians don't get a cut, so like, screw you. I don't care, you don't give us none of that. Sure, it's out of here community and sheesh, you know, sheesh. There's something else I was going to think about reading, but I don't know where it is. I guess it just got lost in spice with the pages. So it's easy. Oh well. And the bomber went boom boom. Good riddance. I say. Freaky people. I'm just glad he only took himself out with it. Totally demented, weird, violent people taking themselves out. Good riddance. Life goes on. It sucks when good people are getting pounded. That's not good. All right. Now I got a different mic set up. Hopefully we don't have this. I don't know what the heck is going on. What's going on? Let's see what we got here. Ah, casino news. Isn't this fun? Time. Let's re-app. Let's re-app financial gain that gaming would bring. It is ludicrous that Hawaii remains without any income from legal gambling, gaming. Instead, hundreds of millions flow each year from us to Nevada. And this doesn't even count the millions in underground gambling right here on our islands. And we don't get a dime of it. All residents display an above average desire to gamble, and in these desperate economic times, a serious look at a casino for the Department of Hawaiian Homelands should occur. DHHL states it would take 100 years to fulfill its obligations at its present course. Utah's ban flows from its Church of Latter-day Saints heritage, but there's no reason we in Hawaii can't avail ourselves of a revenue stream that a large part of our populace is willing to provide. Mark Stitham, Kailua. And there's several things wrong with that, Mark. Thank you for your sentiment and want of the casino, but several things wrong with this. One, the Church of the Latter-day Saints is pretty strong in Hawaii. Also, we got Mormons here. They even got one of their books over here somewhere. Book of Mormon. It's over here somewhere. It makes a good doorstop. And the governor said no. The revenue is probably going to go in the pockets of individuals more than anything that the economy. I don't know how that's going to work. But 100 years, I don't know. Well, thank you, Mark. They should do it. Let's look at this one. I think it's the other view. Pros and cons. Pros and cons. And it's let us to the other chart page. Okay, here we go. Creative lighting shows going to pieces. Oregon shows gambling revenue is not a panacea. In my opinion, the delay in giving mandated home lots to native Hawaiians is unconscionable. But using the panacea that gambling revenues is found money for their cause is the worst possible solution. As a previous Oregon resident, I supported the state lotto / scratch and sniff tickets because I believe the panacea until I saw the social ills it produced in the state. 50% of the gaming proceeds were meant for economic development, and we have seen how well Hawaii handles development funds, e.g. rail. In Oregon, there were many new jobs created, a proliferation of pawn shops and payday loans offices, attorneys for divorce, theft and embezzlement, a huge need for social workers to deal with the many new cases of abuse and child neglect, more homelessness, and increased need for police. Hawaii is not immune to these problems. In this state, with its one major industry being tourism, we are especially vulnerable. Tourist monies will be siphoned from the local attraction tours and shows to gambling. Casino restaurants will be good and cheap and take away from existing restaurants. I have seen that gambling is a regressive tax on the poor, and I pray it does not come to this beautiful state. Robert M. Benito Capule. Well, that was impassionate. Mint, Robert, as life goes. Another sip of the coffee, and another, who knows? It might just happen like that. It's too late. But it looks like the governor's going, no, no, I say no. One more shorty. Let's just can this. Hey. Exorbitant fees tacked onto room rate. Shameful. Hawaii is such a wonderful place and the people are so kind and friendly. As a tourist who regularly visits your country, I find it a shame, such a shame, that hotels and other places offering accommodations continue to charge unethical fees over and above the room costs. This continual snaky charge leaves a bitter taste in the mouths of tourists. I am not aware of this practice anywhere else where tourism is a lifeblood of the community who resort to such practices. John Dorhauer, Kings Wharf, New South Wales, Australia. Sorry, John. I was trying to give you a little bit of a down-under accent there. And it went pigeon, and then it went somewhere else too. So what? I see. No. There you're going. I'm getting into the good riddance mode. Yeah. Check out the bad, but don't forget to keep the good. Adios. Aloha. Oh, wow. Oh.